Good evening, everybody. Welcome live to TV Festival for the red carpet ceremony of the final film in competition at the 72nd Cannes Film Festival. It's directed by Justine Triet and it's entitled SIBYL, a very talented French filmmaker. She was responsible for In Bed with Victoria, which was shown in Cannes. The film stars Virginie Efira in a psychological thriller. It also stars Adèle Exarchopoulos, Gaspard Ulliel, wonderful cast who we hope to see on the red carpet. And there's another great film being screened for the Un Certain Regard section this evening. So we've got the crew on the red carpet, and the fridge, which stars in that film, is the film is called Eve, and the film features a fridge, and there is the fridge, the main character in the film, and we have Doria Tillier, William Legbill, Philippe Catherine, who's not on the steps, but he is in the cast. The film is being released at the end of June. By Benoît Forjard. It's being screened to close the director's fortnight. Eve is the closing film. It started with the film Deerskin, starring Jean Dujardin. So it started with the jacket, and now it's closing with the fridge. We will have also on the red carpet later on all of the cast from the film SIBYL. Justine Triet is in competition for the first time this year. Her film stars Virginie Efira, who is a psychoanalyst who decides to take up her hobby of writing, and she gets rid of all of her clients, apart from one, played by Adèle Exarchopoulos, and she plays the role of an actress, and the psychoanalyst is going to take inspiration from the real life of the actress to write her latest novel. So there's a merging of fiction and reality. The actresses are magnificent in this film. This is the final film in competition. It's a French film. This is the end of the competition at the 72nd Cannes Film Festival. We are live on TV Festival for the red carpet in celebration of the film SIBYL, directed by Justine Triet. It is the final film to be screened in competition. Earlier on, we had a screening of the latest Elia Suleiman film. It's called It Must Be Heaven. Let's take a look at the row I, what happened when the lights went up after the screening of the film It Must Be Heaven, directed by Elia Suleiman. So that was after the screening of It Must Be Heaven by Elia Suleiman. A lot of applause. Elia Suleiman plays his own role in the film. Not a lot of words, but there are lots of stars in there. Gaël Garcia-Bernal is featured also in his film called It Must Be Heaven. It's a burlesque fable about the absurdity of the world. A lot of applause there for Elia Suleiman. He has been in the Un Certain Regard section in the past, and he's also been in competition in the past. His film is a feel-good film. It's called It Must Be Heaven. It was the penultimate screening of films in competition at the 72nd Cannes Film Festival. So Elia Suleiman had a hug with Michael Moore. If you remember, he had a Golden Palm for Fahrenheit 9/11. He's come to Cannes this year to watch the
Et
films.
là, retour sur les marches.
And here we are back out on the steps. We're looking forward to seeing the whole crew from Justine Trier's film entitled SIBYL. The cast includes Virginie Efira, Adèle Exarchopoulos, Gaspard Ulliel.
On l'avait découverte avec la bataille de Solferino à l'Acide en 2013 et puis évidemment
Justine Trier has been to Cannes before. Of course, we know her for In Bed with Victoria in 2016.
qu'elle retrouve et qui est
And Virginie Efira starred in that film as well.
magnifiquement interprétée.
She plays a marvelous role, and she does it very, very well in this latest film called SIBYL.
Et sachez-le, SIBYL de Justine Trier sort aujourd'hui.
And SIBYL is being released today here in France. So you can see SIBYL if you're in France, you can see the Dardenne brothers film, you can see the Almodovar film.
Permet à tous les spectateurs
So French film fans can rush out right now and see a host of the films which are featured in competition here in Cannes.
dès mercredi prochain l'un des films
Next Wednesday,
le film de Claude Lelouch.
the Claude Lelouch film, which was not in competition, it is going to be released on Wednesday.
Et puis le film de Jim Jarmusch.
And the Jarmusch film, The Dead Don't Die, is already in French movie theatres.
Tous ces films,
So do go out and see all of those films. They're so varied.
une sélection.
A true reflection of the diversity in this year's official selection. The competition is ending this evening with the screening of SIBYL, directed by Justine Trier.
SIBYL de Justine Trier sort en salle aujourd'hui.
SIBYL is released in France today. It's closing the entire competition. Let's take a look at a trailer.
Bonjour, je m'appelle SIBYL. J'ai quitté la plupart de mes patients, là. Je me sens dans une très très bonne énergie. J'ai surtout envie d'écrire, en fait je suis obsédée par ça.
Je crois que j'ai besoin que vous m'aidiez. J'ai arraché la place que j'ai sur ce tournage. Je peux pas risquer de tout perdre, c'est impossible. Je suis enceinte de 2 mois, je peux pas le garder. J'ai tellement peur, je peux pas lui dire. C'est un comédien. Il est connu, je veux pas vous dire son nom.
Tu liquides tous tes patients pour écrire, mais tu prends cette fille.
On a tous un faible pour certains d'entre eux, non?
Arrête d'écrire sur elle.
J'écris pas sur elle. Cette fille m'obsède.
Il te manque.
L'intensité de l'amour qu'on avait l'un pour l'autre me manque, oui.
Ah, il y a quelque chose que je vous ai pas dit, il est en couple avec la réalisatrice du film. Faut que vous le voyez, que vous veniez sur le tournage. Moi, j'arrive plus à réfléchir, j'arrive plus à me projeter.
Non, c'est impossible, ça. Why did you cast her if you knew that she was with a girl?
I figured it was just a petite histoire. Action! I would just have to sit back and watch reality destroy things.
Contrôle-toi, s'il te
Ne me
plaît.
parle pas. Parle à SIBYL.
SIBYL, dites-lui qu'elle arrête de me faire mal volontairement. C'est pas possible. Ne soyez pas contre moi par principe.
It's not a joke! I'm done. I'm done.
Mika!
Tu vois, il y a des gens, toute leur vie, sont très malheureux. Alors du coup, ils sont obligés de prendre plein de trucs pour oublier qu'ils sont en vie. Quand il leur reste de l'énergie, ils la consacrent essentiellement à pourrir la vie des autres.
Il faut que tu apprennes à manipuler ta mère. En plus, ça te servira pour plus tard.
Si vous nous rejoignez, bienvenue en direct sur l'antenne.
If you've just joined us this evening, we're live on the red carpet to celebrate the film SIBYL, directed by Justine Trier. It stars Virginie Efira, Adèle Exarchopoulos, and Brigitte Fossé is on the carpet, as is Marina Foïs. Lots of autographs being signed.
De cette sélection incertaine.
And tomorrow we'll see who wins the main competition, but this evening we're going to learn who is winning the Un certain regard section. All kinds of films have been featured, all types of genres. Let's try and have a word with Julien Foy, if we possibly can. Well, Marina Foy, she's in the Un certain regard jury, and the jury is presided over by Nadine Lavaki. In the jury, there's also Lisandro Alonso, a filmmaker from Argentina, Lucas Dunt from Belgium, Nurhan Sekri Post, a German film producer.
Après avoir découvert SIBYL de Justine Triet.
So we're looking forward to watching SIBYL this evening, and once the jury members of the main competition have seen that film, they can make their decisions because it's the final film to be screened in competition.
À l'image de
On screen, we have Céline,
Justine Triet.
Siama, Justine.
Première fois en compétition pour elle.
Rather, as for Lajli, Justine Triet is in competition for the very first time. Many of the other competitors have had experience here in Cannes. There are experienced filmmakers and newcomers as well. We'll have a word with Marina Foyce. How are you? I'm fine, thank you. How were the debates? Oh, it was very intense, very interesting, rather joyful. We had a good time. We're all very pleased, more or less, with our list of winners. Well, we'll learn about that this evening. Did you have to have long debates? Well, there were a lot of films that we wanted to talk about. We had a lot of things to say about what we had seen. It was a very rich selection, so very different. Well, it's a true reflection of the main competition. Yes, there are so many different genres. It's all very strong, but it's great to jump from one world to the next. How many films have you seen? I've seen about 18 films I've seen. Could you have watched more? I could have watched more, apart from the fact that my capacity to judge, well, it makes you rather humble when you see all of those films. You realize that it's not your opinion that is of worth anything. I get the feeling that I was getting less curious as time went on. Perhaps I was tired a bit. Thank you very much, Marina Foyce. I can't wait to hear the list of winners. The jury of the Un Certain Regard section is presided over by Nadine Labaki. Marina Foyce is a jury member, and she has just told us that the competition was very rich and the debates were very long. There's such diversity, such variety in competition. There are a lot of first films. And as you know, tomorrow evening, when all of the prizes are handed out, there will be a prize for the first feature film, and the prize is called the Golden Camera, la Caméra d'Or. And that prize can go to a film from any section, as long as it's a first film. I am with another member of the Un Certain Regard jury. His name is Lucas Dont. How are you? I'm fine, thank you. We've seen some wonderful films. The jury is great fun. Marina Foyce, Nadine, Nouran and Lisandro. It was great fun to work with them. So given the adventure which we had with Girl, it's really nice and moving to be back. So how did you broach these films? Because I'm sure you're not judging, but you're enjoying the films. Well, we were in the mindset of film lovers, film goers, and we were looking for authenticity. And many of the films sucked us into their worlds, and we looked at them just like movie goers, entering into different worlds, and some worlds were more attractive to us than others. Marina Foyce said that you had so many films to talk about, you all wanted to talk about them all. Well, there's such diversity in the selection, and we can only give 6 or 7 prizes. And it's a question of taste also. When you've got 6 different people talking together, there's a lot of debate about which film should get a prize. What about your next film? Have you written on it? Have you written anything yet? Yes, we're writing the film. I'm working with the same people as I did for Girl. We're in the preparation phase, and I hope we'll start shooting not this coming summer, but next summer. Thank you very much, Lucas Dont. We can't wait to hear the list of winners in the Un certain regard section.
Voilà, regardez. Bonsoir, bonsoir, bonsoir.
Good evening, Jean-Pierre Jeunet. How are you? I'm fine. You're here to hand out a prize, the Ingénieur Prize, which is given to a director of photography. And you are giving the award to someone, you know, Bruno de Bonnel. I've known him since 1967, for over 40 years. Oh, look, there he is. We're going to give him a prize. He has been nominated for an Oscar 5 times for all kinds of films. Un long dimanche de fiançailles, Harry Potter, Amélie Poulain. How would you describe your working relationship? Oh, he just gets on with it. No, we talk a lot about the pictures. You can't lie with pictures, whereas you can lie with words. It's all very honest pictures. Thank you very much. Enjoy your evening. The Ingénieur Prize is going to be handed out again for several years now. A director of photography receives a prize. Bruno Delgonel is the happy winner this year. They worked together many, many times, and he has, the director of photography, has been nominated for an Oscar 5 times, including for the Harry Potter film. Inside Lewis Davis by the Coen brothers, Dark Shadows by Tim Burton. And he's also worked with Alexander Sukharov.
Si vous nous rejoignez, bienvenue.
If you've just joined us, welcome to TV Festival for the red carpet celebration of a film called SIBYL, directed by Justine Triet, French director. This film is closing the competition. And it's also the evening of the closing ceremony of the Un certain regard section. Marina Foyce and Lucas Dont, who are members of the jury, were sharing their experiences with us, judging so many beautiful films.
Alors, Christophe Waltz, que vous voyez à côté de Bruno.
Christopher Waltz is there next door to Bruno Delbonnel. Bruno Delbonnel is a director of photography, well-known, nominated 5 times for an Oscar. Christopher Waltz worked with Bruno Delbonnel on the film Dark Shadows. Bruno Delbonnel has worked on the film Amélie Poulain, but he's also worked on Harry Potter, Inside Llewyn Davis, by the Coen brothers. And
Excusez-moi, j'ai fait une erreur.
Oops, I made a mistake. It's not Dark Shadows. Big Eyes, rather.
Avec nous sur le tapis rouge, les représentants Ingénieux, Emmanuel Spoel, président de la marque Ingénieux, Séverine Serrano, directrice des ventes internationales Ingénieux, qui donc accompagne le chef opérateur qui rend hommage ce soir, ainsi que Christophe Waltz qui a travaillé donc.
Bonsoir Nadine Labaki, comment allez-vous?
Good evening, Matilda. How are you? I'm fine, thank you.
On a vu il
We had a few words with Marina Foyce and Lucas Dant a short while ago, and they said there was a lot of thrilling debate. What are you taking away from this experience? Oh, variety. There were so many different cultures, so many countries represented, a different way of broaching film, a different way of using that cinematic vocabulary. Everything was very diversified, varied. It was very eye-opening to many, many things. And it was great fun. I enjoyed myself, and I'm sure the others did. It's been a hard, long job, but we enjoyed it. What kind of director are you? What kind of spectator are you? Oh, I can be a pure spectator. When I look at a film, as a director, I always am looking for things which perhaps aren't the way I would do it, and I'm not really part of the film. So when I go to the movies, I like to forget my own work, and I like to be part and parcel of the film I'm watching. So whenever I can, I really try to be just a spectator like any other spectator. Well, we look forward to listening to the list of prizes you're going to be handing out. She won the jury prize for Capharnaüm last year. That was Nadine Labaki, president of the Un Certain Regard jury.
Bernard Ménez qui signe des autographes.
Bernard Ménez is there signing autographs. He's a keen festival goer. He has fun enjoying many, many films.
Il est donc venu assister à la projection officielle.
And he has come to watch the official screening of SIBYL, directed by Justine Triet, starring Virginie Efira, who also starred in the director's previous film, In Bed with Victoria. Adèle Exarchopoulos is also starring in the film. She won the Golden Palm jointly with Abdel Al-Krishish and Léa Seydoux for the film Blue is the Warmest Color.
Autre acteur à l'affiche de SIBYL, Gaspard Ulliel, lui aussi.
Gaspard Ulliel is also starring in the cast. He's a regular at Cannes also. We saw him in 2016 in Just the End of the World by Xavier Dolan.
Qui décrit la perte de contrôle d'une psychanalyste qui décide de...
The film SIBYL tells the story of a psychotherapist who gives up her job to become a writer, meets an actress who needs psychotherapy. The two lives merge and are overturned. Fiction mingles with fact.
On va essayer d'attraper Bernard Ménez.
We'll try and have a word with Bernard Ménez if we possibly can.
Au vol, Bernard Ménez qui signe quantité d'autographes.
He's signing all kinds of autographs.
Quantité d'autographes. Et la foule scande son nom.
And the crowd is shouting out his name.
On attend toute l'équipe de SIBYL de Justine.
We're waiting on the red carpet to greet Justine Triet and her cast for the final film in competition. It's a French film, and it's a first time for Justine Triet in the competition. She was in the acid section to begin with, and then she was in the critics week with In Bed with Victoria. And Virginie Efira is acting in this film, and she also acted in Bed with Victoria. The film SIBYL is being released in France today.
Bonsoir Bernard Ménez, comment
Good
ça va?
evening, Bernard Banes. How are you? Oh, I'm fine, thank you. You're really popular. Well, the cars are blocked. There's a traffic jam. Perhaps there are the yellow vests there, so I'm making the most of this time. I've been coming here for many years. You really are a festival fan, aren't you? Yes, I'm sent by Adami to stand up for the rights of actors, actresses, musicians, artists in general. And I'm really looking forward to seeing this film, SIBYL. I hope it's going to be a good film because I know her very, very well, and she's very, very talented. And Virginie Efira acts wonderfully well on that film as well. Yes, Ademi is in charge of managing the rights of artists, and they defend actors, actresses.
Et qui mettent en scène des tout jeunes comédiens. Tandis que vous voyez...
Meanwhile, you can see the Un Certain Regard jury on the red carpet. The president is Nadine Labaki, and jury members Marina Foyce, Nuran Sekersi-Post, Lisandro Alonso, and Lucas Dont.
Et la productrice allemande Nuran Sekersi-Post. Voilà le cortège officiel.
And the official procession has drawn up for the film SIBYL. The cast and the director will be getting onto the red carpet any minute now.
On va aller voir tout de suite la réalisatrice.
Let's try and have a word with the director if we possibly can, Justine Trier, who is pregnant too. Hello, Justine, how are you? I'm fine, thank you. I'm really feeling emotional here. This is quite a unique experience. I'm really happy to be here with all of my team.
Relation avec Virginie Efira produit d'aussi beaux films.
How come your work with Virginie Efira also generates such wonderful results? What does she have? Well, for this film in particular, we tried to take her into darker areas to look for a different side to Virginie Efira. It was all very natural, and we've got mutual trust, we've got confidence in each other. I've not really got any distance from the film, I'm too close to it, but I really do think that she really gave it her all. She was totally generous with me in the way she worked with me.
Je comprends, je vous souhaite une très très belle soirée.
Have a lovely evening. That was Justine Trier, the talented director of SIBYL. This is her first time in competition in Cannes. In her cast, she has Virginie Efira and Adèle Exarchopoulos, Gaspard Ulliel, Nils Schneider.
Et puis voilà, les comédiennes du film.
And the cast from the film are signing autographs. Virginie Efira, Adèle Exarchopoulos.
Adèle Haenel étant très présente à Cannes, mais évidemment l'unique Adèle Exarchopoulos. Bonsoir.
Good evening.
Bonsoir, un petit mot pour la télévision.
Can you say a couple of words to TV Festival? How are you feeling, Adèle? Oh, I'm really happy to be here. What was it like playing the role that you just played? You were playing the role of an actress on a shoot. Well, it's really a merging together of reality and fiction. It's a very dense film. It was a kind of jolly chaos all the time. I heard earlier on that Justine Trier likes to have chaos in her shoots. Yes, she likes everything to be deconstructed so that she can reconstruct. It's unusual, but it's really good, well-organized mess. Did you rehearse very much? No, we didn't do very much rehearsal because we wanted to keep the mystery there. But it was really easy because she's very caring, she's very positive and generous. And it was wonderful to work with everybody on the team.
Grâce à qui vous êtes. Merci beaucoup, Adèle.
Thank you very much, Adèle Exarchopoulos.
Comédienne à la dérive dans.
She plays the role of an actress who's having personal problems in the film SIBYL, directed by Justine Trier.
Très belle distribution.
A great cast for the film, starring Virginie Efira, Adèle Exarchopoulos, Gaspard Ulliel, Niels Schneider, Laure Calamy, who you can see on your screen on the left-hand side. Wonderful actress with a great supporting role.
Comment ça va, Virginie?
How are you, Virginie? Oh, rather well, thank you. Yeah, it's great. It's fun. I saw Justine Trier. She was very moved. Well, I'm going to hold her hand. I don't need to say anything. She knows I'm there for her. It's amazing. I'm here thanks to her. Thanks to doing Victoria in bed with her. That was a great experience, a personal experience as well as a professional experience.
Et puis, c'est quelqu'un qui a changé mon...
And she really has changed the way I work. And we're friends together also.
Dans le travail, dans les films, c'est ça, pour le coup, je mesure la chance que c'est.
And I really do realize how lucky I am. It's rare that you meet someone with whom you get on so well and with whom you can work so well. So how has she changed the way you broach work? Well, it started with Victoria in bed for us on the set. We were very free.
De fonctionner différente.
The way she works in a different way, and with this film SIBYL, we were closer, and we could use that intimacy that we have to investigate other aspects. And so I'm very grateful to her. And it makes me want to act better for her. I'm happy to abandon my senses to do what she wants to do. I really know that I have complete trust in her, and I admire her immensely. Thank you, Virginie Efira. It's a wonderful film. Let's have a word with Gaspard Ulliel. Hello, how are you?
Les actrices qui jouent des actrices me disent toujours.
Actresses who play actresses say it's quite a tricky thing to do. Does the same apply to actors who play actors? Or is it just good fun? Well, it's kind of therapy, really, because we're talking about psychotherapy. But there is no psychotherapy on the set. However, when you act, you have an opportunity to look deeper into yourself, and you have an opportunity to release all of the other characters we have in ourselves. When you worked with Justine, what was it like? Well, we were doing a lot of experiments. I've rarely worked with a filmmaker who searches so much and who takes different shots without any predefined plan, and we can have one shot which can contradict the previous shot. We just have to accept that, go with it, and then afterwards when she goes into editing, she can really sculpt her characters and her story. Well, thank you very much. We'll have a word with Laure Calamy. How are you, Laure? Seeing as you ask, I'm a bit nervous, but really excited as well. What a wonderful role you've got in this film, SIBYL. You're really funny. I won't say much more than that. I haven't seen the film yet, so I'm a bit kind of stressed out about it, but I'm looking forward to it. Apparently she likes to work in a very disordered manner. Oh yes, that's true. So what does that mean? Did she pull some surprises? How does she direct her actresses? Well, we tried loads of different things. There are no limits.
On se transforme,
and we go up in flames. It's wonderful. We start as glowing embers, and who knows where it will take us. We'll enjoy the steps and enjoy the film. The film SIBYL by Justine Triet, last film in competition. That's the last French film to be in competition, therefore.
Bonsoir Nils Schneider,
Good evening, Nils Schneider. How are you? I'm fine, thanks. I'm really happy to present the film. Really happy. This is the first time that I'm on the red carpet in competition. It's wonderful. And with Virginie, it's the second time we've worked together on a film. So we're really enthusiastic, and I love the film. I'm not really stressed, strangely enough. The stress may come on later. So what was it like working with Justine and Virginie? Do you like to kind of do your work on your own, or do you like to join in with the team, working with the director and the other actors? Well, there wasn't very much preparation required upstream. We talked a lot together. Yeah, we had chats, we saw each other a lot. Oh, we did a bit of rehearsal, but it wasn't too taxing. And Virginie and I had already been in Un Amour Impossible together, so we already knew how to work with one another, and so that made things even easier for us.
Merci beaucoup, Nils Schneider.
Thank you very much, Nils Schneider. Enjoy your evening.
Très belle équipe que celle de
Beautiful team, starring in SIBYL, directed by Justine Triet. It stars Virginie Efira, Adèle Exarchopoulos, Gaspard Ulliel, Nils Schneider, Laure Calamy.
Dans quelques instants, gravir les marches.
And in just a short while, they're going to go up the red carpet to present SIBYL.
Qui présente SIBYL. Justine Triet qu'on avait découvert.
Justine Triet is the director. She started out in the acid section for the Battle of Solferino in 2013. Then she came in 2016 with In Bed with Victoria. That was the first time she'd worked with Virginie Efira.
La voici, Justine Triet.
Here we have her on your screen, Justine Triet. She's very emotional this evening.
Elle avait été en compétition dans Elle.
Virginie Efira was in Elle in 2016 and will be the star of that director's next film.
L'année dernière, elle était.
And last year, she was in Sink or Swim, directed by Gilles Lelouch. It was not in competition.
Et nous avons donc maintenant le plaisir d'accueillir l'équipe de SIBYL, le nouveau film de Justine Triet, accompagné donc de ses comédiens Virginie Efira, Adèle Exarchopoulos, Gaspard Ulliel, Nils Schneider,
toute l'équipe
Laure Calamy.
So we have the whole team there. We have Justine Triet, the director, and her cast, Virginie Efira, Adèle Exarchopoulos,
Gaspard Ulliel.
Gaspard Ulliel.
La réalisatrice de La bataille de
Deux comédiens.
Solferino.
Gaspard and Adèle play the roles of two actors who are in love, working on a film together.
Dans lequel jouait Virginie
Et pour
Efira.
compléter la distribution,
And alongside them, we have Nils Schneider and Laure Calamy and Arthur Bahari,
co-scénariste du
who
film.
is the co-screenwriter
Impossible.
Nils Schneider
and the partner in life of Justine Triet. This is the first time that Justine Triet is in competition.
Et en 2013 présentait la vie d'Adèle chapitre 1 et 2.
Adèle Exarchopoulos.
Adèle Exarchopoulos was in competition for Blue is the Warmest Colour back in 2013. And then 2016, she had a role in The Last Face by Sean Penn. And in 2015, she was in The Anarchists in the Critics' Week. The first time she came to Cannes, it was for a film called Boxes in 2007, a special screening.
Avec nous Gaspard Ulliel.
Nils Schneider, première fois en compétition.
Niels Schneider is in competition for the first time this year.
Fétiche de Xavier
He's
Dolan.
a favourite actor of Xavier Dolan. He was in I Killed My Mother, the Dolan film. In 2017, he got the Best Upcoming Actor Award for Dark Inclusion.
Aux côtés de Virginie Efira et Nils Schneider qui avait
We have Niels Schneider on your screen,
Gaspard Ulliel.
Gaspard Ulliel.
Gaspard Ulliel qui est un fidèle de Cannes. Laure
Gaspard
Calamy.
Ulliel is a regular here in Cannes. Laure Calamy, a wonderful actress. She's really funny in this film called SIBYL.
Drôle, perturbant.
She's funny.
Sur le double, sur la création.
The film talks all about creativity and the movie world.
Gaspard Ulliel qui était venu en 2018.
Gaspard Ulliel came in 2008 for la troisième partie du monde.
De la fin du monde de Xavier.
And he was in Xavier Dolan's film, Just the End of the World. He was in Saint-Laurent.
D'André Téchiné, film qu'il avait révélé.
And he was in a Téchiné film to begin with back in 2003 called Strayed.
On a aperçu aussi l'acteur Paul Ami, voilà pour citer.
We saw Paul Ami,
Mademoiselle de Jonquière.
Paul Ami, Arthur Harari, Gaspard Ulliel.
Arthur Harari, Niels Schneider, Gaspard Ulliel, Virginie Efira, Adèle Exarchopoulos. There is one person missing from the cast, Sandra Hüller. She plays the film director in the film, and she's having difficulty keeping her shoot under control. The actor and the actress, played by Gaspard Ulliel and Adèle Exarchopoulos, are making her life on set rather difficult.
Et SIBYL de Justine Triet, qui est le dernier film
This film, SIBYL, is the final film to be screened in competition for the 72nd Cannes Film Festival.
Après avoir vu ce film, le jury.
After the jury have seen this film, they can make their final decisions, and then tomorrow evening they will be giving their list of prize winners.
Ce soir, on connaîtra déjà le.
This evening will be announced the winners of the Un Certain Regard section. Nadine Labaki is the president of the jury that has to make those decisions.
Adèle Exarchopoulos, Paul Ami.
Here we have the cast.
La réalisatrice, Virginie Efira.
Adèle, Niels, Gaspard, Virginie, Laure.
Gaspard Ulliel, Laure Calamy. Arthur Harari, ils sont tous à l'affiche.
All starring in the film SIBYL, directed by Justine Triet.
Toute l'équipe. Et Virginie Efira qui a un petit oh, regardez.
Oops, Virginie Efira has a problem with her shoe. How gallant.
L'escarpin, vite réglé par
Cinderella will go to the ball.
ses partenaires.
She's
comme
not
ses
going to lose her slipper this evening.
Schneider.
On va retrouver de nombreux magazines.
Virginie Efira comme Cendrillon, qui a perdu une chaussure ou presque.
Is it tied on tightly?
Photo entre les deux
A
partenaires.
photo for the two beautiful women, Virginie Efira and Adèle Exarchopoulos. They got on really well during the shoot. Thierry Frémaux, halfway up the steps, is welcoming Justine Triet and the cast.
Festival de Cannes. Pierre Lescure.
Pierre Lescure, president of the festival, is always there, as is Frédéric Bourdin, who is in charge of the French Film Board.
Chaque fois qu'un film français
And she always is on the steps when a French film is being screened.
entre rire et émotion, l'équipe de SIBYL.
So the team from SIBYL
Adèle
has
Exarchopoulos.
reached the halfway point, some
Palme.
with greater difficulty than others because of their shoes, but they're there now.
La vie
Ready
d'Adèle en
for the
2013
photo.
par Steven Spielberg, une palme pour le réalisateur, pour le film et pour les deux comédiennes.
Steven Spielberg gave the Golden palm to blue is the warmest color when he was at the head of the jury, and Adèle Exarchopoulos was one of the 3 recipients of that award. Virginie Efira has worked with Justine Triet before.
Religieuse.
Virginie Efira will appear in the next Paul Verhoeven film, and she will be playing the role of a nun in a film about Benedetta Carlini.
Voilà, l'équipe est en haut des marches pour une dernière photo.
C'est l'heure de la dernière photo.
Time for a final group photo. Photo of the cast and the director who are representing the film SIBYL, which is wrapping up the competition.
21 films présentés.
21 films have been screened in competition. Marvelous films, marvelous directors. This is the first time that Justine Triet is in competition, as was Céline Sciamma and Laj Lee. They were both first-timers, and French as well. Mati Diop also.
Jessica
Hausner. A lot of first feature films alongside very experienced filmmakers too.
Et au prix, les frères Dardenne, Ken Loach.
The Darden brothers, Ken Loach, who's already got 2 Golden Palms. Quentin Tarantino.
Mesdames et messieurs, merci d'accueillir Justine Triet.
25 ans après sa Palme d'Or pour Pulp Fiction. Terrence
Malick. Pedro Almodovar. Bong Joon-ho, of course. That's what's so wonderful about the film festival here in Cannes. Newcomers rub shoulders with grand masters. Now the audience is rising to its collective feet to greet Justine Triet.
Ovation pour toute l'équipe.
Standing ovation for the entire team as they settle into row I for this official screening of the film SIBYL. SIBYL has been released in France today.
Virginie Efira dans le rôle d'une psychanalyste qui décide de...
Virginie Efira is playing the role of a psychotherapist who stops doing therapy and starts to write a novel. However, she keeps on one client, played by Adèle Exarchopoulos, and starts to integrate Adèle's life into the book she's writing. A mixture between fiction and reality. Wonderful acting by all. Fabulous team, a lot of emotion.
Et Virginie Efira qui se retrouve 3 ans après Victoria.
Virginie Efira is acting for Justine Triet some 3 years after she acted for her for the first time in Bed with Victoria.